Hello everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We're back with some more Demon Hunt. Today we're going to be checking out the new weapon that I unlocked, the Halo weapon. This weapon is very good. I played around with it, but unfortunately my game crashed. I haven't had a crash yet. I've noticed a bunch of people in the comments talking about crashes, and it's super unfortunate because I had a really cool build going. But I got to about wave 30. I was running the ion weapon and a few other weapons, and the game crashed. I don't know what triggered it. I don't know, but anyways, we're gonna try this again. So we're gonna be running threat 3 against Hababu, and we should be able to clear this. And we're gonna be looking to do this because we're gonna unlock a new mech here. We're gonna unlock the brute mech. The differences between the mechs aren't, insane. They do get different level up trees, and they get their ability isn't really much different. It's really just another, mobility special. That's what their ability is going to be. This guy dashes, one goes underground. Okay, I'm going to take field because field is one of the ones that I do want to go for. But what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be looking, the Halo is going to be the #1 weapon that we're going to be looking for, and we're going to be building that up the most. It's really good. It's possibly the strongest weapon in the game. So far, at least for me. Right now, the blaster is incredibly strong, but the Halo, even as a common weapon, was out damaging it when I was doing my round before it crashed. So we'll see. I really hope it doesn't crash again because I want to get videos out for this game, and I'm going to be super annoyed if we're just going to crash all the time. Okay, for this one, we're going to go... I already know what I'm going to do for this one. We're going to do damage and radius. So what happens with... The reason we're going to go with this, I don't even need to go in and look at it because I already know what it does. The damage for this ring that we're doing, it's now going to do more damage to enemies the further away they are from the center. And then if we increase the radius, that means they're going to be even further away from the center. So it's going to be a good combo. It's going to make this do a little bit more damage because as soon as enemies walk in, they should take a bunch. Okay, we'll take both of these. Okay, we'll take all 3 of those. I'll take any sort of health regeneration. So fingers crossed we don't crash here, because if this game's gonna keep crashing, that's gonna make things a little awkward trying to play this game. Because I don't have time for crashes. Okay, let's do the skill point. I have not enough time to record and grind all the things I want to do, so I can't afford to have 20-30 minute runs crash on me. So I really hope that's not a persistent issue, but it kind of seems like a lot of people are having issues with the crashes. That was my first crash in about 6 or 7 games, so I don't know. I think what I'll probably do is I don't know. I don't even know if I can post crashed games. I don't think I want to. All right, let's do the ion amplifier. It's like I could merge my 2 crashed videos together, but that's weird. I'm not gonna do that. Let's do... Okay, we're gonna do pierce and damage on this one because we're gonna do damage is going to be the main one because I still have the unique item for that one where if a bullet pierces an enemy, it'll also do an additional explosions. I really hope we see ion. I'm probably gonna kind of let's sort of bust out these rerolls too here if we don't see anything worth upgrading. And then I'll make sure I have the points for it too, though, before we reroll. Because I need to make sure. I'm sure the Halo is going to show up when I have 1 point. What sucked too about the last run is I got Halo. It was literally the first drop. I couldn't believe it. Okay, let's do our rerolls. I have a feeling I'm just gonna waste them here though. Yeah, of course. Okay, I am gonna buy this. Every second you have a 1% chance to gain area size. So fingers crossed that we can see Halo here. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because I do want to make sure that I get some upgrades for it. Actual weapon upgrades. Okay, let's do armor, and then that's it for that. Alright, here's the boss. Because it's a bummer, because we're not gonna... Man, it's so heartbreaking, because that run was literally perfect. Because like I said, I got Halo right away. It was the first weapon, like the second level up we saw, and it just showed up, and I was like, oh, sick. And I ended up getting, I think we ended up killing 3 bosses, but like I said, the game crashed then, and too bad, so sad. You lost it. Alright, so let's upgrade field. Then we'll do the ion amplifier. It really makes me sad. It really does. Because it was the perfect, it was literally the perfect showcase for that weapon. How strong and powerful it was. Orbiter. That's an area weapon. We could take that. What are we looking at though? Weapons. So shatter, projectiles shatter into multiple projectiles on hit, explosives, projectiles ricochet. I'm debating between, oh wait, sorry. I was like, wait, that sounds familiar. Orbiter. Okay, second orbiter. Laser beam between orbiter. Let's do the second orbiter. So let's go with orbit speed and then damage. No, let's go orbit speed and radius. Yeah, I want to make sure I have enough points. Because I'm going to cry if Halo shows up and it's when I don't have enough. The one time I'm not going to have enough level up points. Let's do, what did we decide on this one? Oh yeah, field is damage. Field is doing pretty good right now. I kind of wish this game had, maybe it does, and maybe I just haven't noticed it. Okay, that's kind of cool. If you get a weapon every certain amount of waves or level ups. I haven't really paid attention to when weapons show up. I kind of feel it's random, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, again, I'm gonna save my points here, because I only have 2 right now. Blaster is explosive, so we'll put 1 point there. I'm curious if it's a certain weapon that breaks the game, because the game was going fine until I picked up Swarm. but I've run Swarm plenty of times. I don't think we've really run it in a video, but wish I could reroll. Alright, I'll take this because it's an ion area. And I do have a unique for it. Okay, what are we doing? Ember damage, attack speed, regeneration. Which was this? Okay, let's do that one. Alright, let's do radius. Man, I'm pretty sure it's not going to show up, and it's such a bummer. This is a really... Oh, wow. That was a huge radius upgrade right there. Look at this, doing like the whole screen. Okay, increases range. I don't think range is the same thing as area size in this. I'm gonna save my points. I can't risk not having enough points for Halo if it shows up, because that would be so devastating. I can't take any more devastation from this game. I already lost my crash. I can't do it again. Okay, we can buy it now because I at least have one extra point. Should be able to get 1 point here. And we're gonna get the boss fight here. Field is doing impressive damage though. Okay, nothing there. Let's try to keep him on the edge. But then that just means some of my other spells aren't even going to hit anything. Oh man, you stay in that poison for a little bit and you just eat it. Alright, let's upgrade field. So that does more ring, so it does damage and ring damage. Attack rate, radius. Yeah, I think we'll go... I don't know. Okay. Well, field it is. Yep. Oh, sorry. I click on it all the time and then that happens. Oh, we get another one. Okay, we'll do ion. Increase damage. Get our magnet. Nope, there's another magnet. I guess we'll just... If we come back around to that one, we can get that one later. Orbiter. What did we decide for orbiter? Duo, so orbit speed. So we can get that one then right here. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do though. Yeah, I mean, well, let's just go get that magnet now because we're gonna leave here soon. Leave this area and we'll just go over more to the right side. Max out blaster. So right now it's a rotating top DPS between field and blaster. They're basically even. They're super close right now on the damage meters. I like that the game has damage meters too. More games should have that. You know, like a live look at it. Okay, then let's do 1 point into there. Do 1 point into leech. Well, if we don't get Halo, as heartbreaking as that is, I guess this will be an field build. with our focus on area and increases damage dealt. Yes. Because this is actually pretty impressive. Again, Blaster has usually always been the highest DPS in most of my builds. But some of these other weapons have been pretty impressive recently. Okay, we'll do the attack speed. And then we'll do every 1 second. Every 1 second chance gets extra area size, so let's do that. That's what. Oh, there it is. Thank you. And I have the points for it too. Halo. Okay, please don't break the game, Halo. Okay, so with Halo, we're gonna do duel. Additional Halo targeting second closest enemy. It's really, really, really good. It's incredibly powerful. This is an incredibly powerful weapon. So what happens is you see there's a Halo that just kind of another area of attack weapon where it just sort of targets an enemy and it just does damage to everyone. It's going to target the nearest enemy and it just does damage to anything in that radius. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to get 2 of them. And then if we can get 2 Halos, that's crazy powerful. I don't know if it's going to be able to top field in the damage meters at the moment, but you can kind of see it slowly creeping up there. Right? You can see it you can see it doing pretty good for not even being leveled up at all. Okay, I'll buy that, but and then just fingers crossed the game doesn't crash. Okay, so I don't know what else I want to do. I guess probably let's do damage. Let's go attack rate and damage. Okay, a pylon. We gonna get this? We are. That one we only need a 6 and we have 29. Okay, we're gonna upgrade Halo. So radius, damage, attack rate. Let's go. Let's do the tornado. Okay, well, at this point, if the game crashes, I'm still gonna post it, so apologies in advance if this game crashes, but this is area damage for every projectile. That's a good one. At this point, I've put an hour into playing this game, and I can't do an hour without posting something. And then, you know, it's weird, because I'm kind of okay with sometimes posting bad game development stuff. Like, I love this game and I don't want to I don't want to like knock this game really, but if the game does crash a lot, you know, it needs to be known. So that needs to be, you know, that needs to be like a widespread thing. Like, get your shit together and let's figure out why this game is crashing, because it sucks. It sucks when your game crashes. Okay, so now we max that out. Let's do the experience gain. So now we have two. Now we have 2 Halos. See, so now Halo's #1. See, Halo's such a good weapon. Just like that, it's just, now it's top dog. That's why I was so disappointed that first run where, when it crashed, I was like, oh my gosh, I had this weapon so good. People have to see this. Okay, let's go radius and damage for this one. Because look at it, it's just dominating the DPS. Bottom right of your screen, Halo. Just double everything else right now. Crazy strong. Okay, increases attack speed after a critical hit. Increases projectile damage, sure. At this point, I don't care what we get. I have Halo, that's the only thing I care about. Okay, so I'm gonna stay away from Swarm. I really like don't know what triggered it, because I had Swarm for a little bit before the game crashed. It wasn't like it crashed right when I picked it up. I'm kind of afraid to actually like pick up another weapon here, because I'm really afraid to trigger something. All right, let's do Tempest Tornado. Like, I'm content just finishing the game with these weapons and not doing anything else. We got about 15 more waves. All right, I'm not picking up another weapon. You know, because it could be last time I had Ion and I had all Ion and Ember, and then I picked up a caustic weapon, which was the other one. So maybe if you have too many like elements, I really don't know. And I think I did get, I'm trying to remember exactly what I picked up. I think I picked up the one too where caustic causes enemies to erode. I don't know if that was it. I'm just trying to kind of remember what might have triggered it. Or maybe it was just the game crashes sometimes. Let me know if you know. I mean, the more information that we have, the better. If it's a very specific weapon that causes the crashes or a specific build. Because I initially thought that maybe it would be, you know, maybe it would be the Halo weapon, because I've never run the Halo weapon before. This was my first time ever running it, and then it crashed. But it was also, you know, we were also around wave 40 before it happened, so I don't know why it didn't crash earlier if it was the Halo weapon. Okay, we'll go, I don't know what I want to do here. Damage. Which one are we looking at here? What was the what literally what weapon am I up? Dual saber. Okay. Dual saber, we probably wanted to do cross, but we already did cross. Let's do flare. No, let's do, yeah, okay, we could do flare. We'll go flare. I have the unique for cross, but I literally did that last run. And just because I have the uniques for it, I don't want to necessarily do that all the time if I don't have to. Halo's now a legendary. Let's do every second you have a 1% chance to gain extra area size. It should raise the percentage. Every second you get a 5% chance. I would rather it do that. I would rather it be a higher percentage chance to increase the area size. Yeah, not picking that. We're not taking you. Okay. I'm literally gonna run these weapons. I don't need to do the offering. I'm not gonna do it. Actually, okay, let's do it. And we can get an item. Level 4. Not touching it. Okay, don't break the game, Flare. This game looks so cool too. You know, this looks really cool. I would love to do we love thematic builds here. You know, I want to do an all ion build here because I think that would look incredibly awesome. You know, because they're all very color coordinated. So, you know, if I had field, halo, and then the dual sabers, you know, that would look clean. That would look really clean. And I like that stuff. Like, I like being like, oh, this looks awesome. You don't know how anxious I am right now. I'm incredibly anxious that this game is going to crash on me now. And I'm going to be anxious every time I play this game. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a real problem creating content for this game. I'm going to be so anxious playing this. Increases area weapon damage. That's a big one. Because honestly, if it keeps crashing, then at some point it's just kind of not worth it, you know? But I'm lucky here that I made it almost to the end. I was really dejected. I was gonna finish recording for the night because I do have enough videos up right now, so I covered for the day. But I wanted to put this one out because this one's the popular game at the moment. Oh, I could have bought that other one, but I saw the negative, I saw the red and just kind of instantly ignored it because I thought that was going to be a penalty. Blaster's starting to catch up in damage. Now that there's more, now that we're getting more enemies on us at once, increases projectile damage for every area weapon. That'll give more damage to Blaster too. Because the explosions, so the more, if there's more enemies around, Blaster I think sort of jumps up a lot. Attack speed, okay, attack speed, but regeneration is 0. No, I'm sure I don't need it, but I also just want to, you know, I don't need the attack speed and I don't need the life regen because we're already strong enough. We're gonna win. So it's, you know, in situations like this, I don't necessarily need to take the risk, you know. Oh, am I not? I wanted to. Oh, I am. Okay, I'm inside the shrine radius. Critical hit chance. Okay, too bad he's so far away. So I mean, right now Halo's doing the most damage, just sitting under him, just melting him away. This is a really cool build too. I like this field spell. And there we go. So field, so this is overall damage. Overall damage, field did the most. Halo, second place, took over Blaster for second place overall damage. Nothing else really of note here. Dual Saber definitely kind of gets screwed with this build because of field and Halo. Um, it kind of does the same idea, you know, but like the same idea as field, but it has such a smaller radius that it just, field and Halo just kill everything usually before it can get too close for lightsaber. Okay, so we did get, I don't know what these, oh, this must be like a crafting item, but we did unlock the new mech. So let's go check out the new mech real quick. I wonder if I have to level each of them up separately too. So if we come over here, we have the new mech. Yeah, we are gonna have to level up the mech separately. So each mech has its own level up. So this guy right here can burrow. Oh, they do get different bonuses. No, I think these are only the bonuses from that though, huh? Yeah, that's only the bonuses from here. So these aren't natural bonuses they get. These are just bonuses as we level up. But they'll get like burrow damage, more armor, more damage. So yeah, there's a little bit of difference here between the characters as we level them up. But mostly gets knockback power, burrow cooldown, starting barrier, slam, burrow slam, stuns demon. Burrow slam stuns demons. Gain damage when you lose barrier. Burrow slam deals damage to demons. Okay, cool. Then we get duration and armor, and then we get burrow speed and damage. Cool. So this is gonna be, I don't think they really look any different. You know, they're a little bit different, but not too much. They have like the same kind of bottom. Slightly, this one's just slightly, you know, this one is a tank, so I guess it's slightly bigger. So there we go. Items, what kind of items did we get? A lot of junk. We didn't get any, that's a lot of junk. We didn't get any high level stuff. We didn't get any legendary. We didn't get a unique item. So most of this will probably just get recycled, and then we'll get the resources for it. But there we go. I'm glad I jumped back in and played again. Halo is an incredibly powerful weapon. Probably the strongest in the game right now. Oh, wait. There is something I wanted to see before we go. Let's look at what the uniques are for this. So where's Halo at? Surge, Arc, Halo. Okay. So again, every weapon here has 3 unique items you can get. So like this one. So pierced projectiles also cause an explosion. So you know how each weapon had a tree that we could pick from, and it sort of gives it its ultimate evolution if you pick that path. Each weapon has one for each of those paths. So it's really cool. So like the dual saber, if we got the cross, we would get, you know, we would get like 8 blades instead of 4 because we have this unique one. So I wanted to see what would happen with Halo. So Halo Focus spawns additional beam on Halo. This is insane. Spawns a 3rd Halo. That's the one we're gonna go for if I get, as soon as I get another unique token, that's the one I'm going for. It's so cool. This is what I love. I love this stuff. Spawns a 3rd Halo, and then this one, residue patches are bigger. Okay. I think the 3rd Halo is going to be crazy good. That's going to be insane. And that's definitely what we're going to go for. That's a sensor, so that would go up here. So I could put that in and then keep these ones too. But you know, like I could get all the uniques for ion weapons and then, you know, do an ion build. Let's see. I actually want to look real quick just to see how many ion weapons there are. So there's this one. They do, like, I like how they keep their colors. Caustic. Okay, this is ion and this is void. So there's going to be 4. So there's 4 ion. Is there 4 of each? No, so there's 14 weapons. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blaster. 1, 2. There's only going to be 3 void. But ion, there's going to be 4 ion weapons. So we can definitely do an ion build. This one seems cool. Arc. Rapidly unleashes precise ion projectiles in a focused stream. So we'll slowly work on getting these two. There's a lot to unlock. There's characters and then there's weapons. So we'll get there. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.